Racing Currents, and thank you for clicking on this video.
So I'm Jade, this is Bryn. We're currently in the UK on the south coast, around Portsmouth area, and we just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about why we brought the boat, how we brought the boat, and kind of how we were in a position to be able to buy the boat. Talisman wasn't an expensive boat.
No.
So that helped. We're not in any debt buying Talisman. We brought her outright.
So I just want to kind of go back to before we brought the boat and where we was at that point. So this was like 5 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer than 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's when the kind of dream started, the plan started.
Yeah, I just left one job and I just started my masters. So masters in biological research.
Yes.
And I was studying corals, which was really awesome, and thank you Derby University for letting me do that, because that was badass.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But it was when I started there that we first had the idea of, I think we should live on a boat.
Yeah, so I was actually climbing Mount Kilimanjaro at the time.
So yeah, that was...
And we had a house together that we were just renting. Bryn met me at the end of my climb. He met me in Africa, and he came with the news that he's going to be starting a masters. We need to move out of our house because we can't afford to keep it. And then we moved back in with our parents. So we lived back with our parents, and Bryn was doing the masters, and then I was just job hopping, as I've pretty much always done, which would you say is fair to say?
Yeah, that's very fair to say.
Yeah, we kind of... Bryn did the masters in the hopes of it would tie into our boat dream. That was a big part of the plan, wasn't it?
It was an idea that there was a potential for me to do that sort of work whilst travelling.
Yeah.
That was kind of the goal with it. And it hopefully, I mean, I still want to do that sort of work.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I know there's some cool places that do turtle rehabilitation in Greece and some other research places that are around Europe and in the Mediterranean, which would be really awesome to kind of jump on board and give them guys a hand if they'd have us to help them.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So that was always kind of the idea and the dream, that I wanted to kind of build up some, you know, sort of experience, to build up some experience to be able to then go and do them sort of things. And I always like doing things to the best. So it's kind of like, I wanted to really give it a good go, and that was part of the reason behind the masters, I suppose.
Yeah, and it really tested you.
It tested.
Bryn's dyslexic, and you're just not great with kind of words, paper, stuff like that.
If anyone follows us on Instagram, like, even if it's me replying to you, Jade's the one that's writing it out.
I have to spell check.
She has to spell check everything.
But you're getting better.
I'd have thought I'd have got better after doing the masters. Also, big shout out to my friend Ben.
Yeah.
He really helped me as well while I was doing my masters.
So addressing the money situation, we've been together for 11 years now, and in that time we'd accumulated a lot of debt. It's safe to say we haven't been sensible with money most of our life. We've really enjoyed ourselves a little too much.
Yeah.
Had no savings, just debt, holidays, travel, that kind of stuff. So we have not been sensible, and we knew that before we brought the boat we would need to get rid of all of that debt, because there was no way of living kind of freely or frugally if we were still paying debt. So that was our number one priority. Obviously we were living with our parents, and like my parents, they were super helpful in that, like, you know, they just fed me. Like, I didn't have to buy food from there, and they didn't charge me hardly any rent, and yours were really helpful as well.
Mine were basically the same, just super helpful.
Yeah.
If ever we needed any help or anything, they're always there for us, like our families.
They're probably the main reason that we were able to clear the debt, 'cause if we had to pay, like, you know, normal household bills, we would have struggled. It still would have been doable, and I think it's doable for anybody. It's just you've got to be really focused and be willing to wait that time period until it's clear.
I'm just going to say sorry, because like my friends are going to watch this as well, and for those years where I didn't go out, my friends always were on the phone, like, asking me to go out. Your friends were doing the same, and we had to say no, like, most of the time, just to be able to sort ourselves out financially.
Like, we didn't go out, like, drinking with friends. We didn't go out for meals. We only did free things, so we'd just go on a lot of walks. We'd just kind of look for free activities, go to like museums, and just play a lot of games at home.
Yeah, gaming
was like a big thing. Like, it would cost us, you know, £30 for a game, but then we would literally do that for like we had this one game that cost us like £8, We played it almost every single day for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And it was a stupid game, a car game, and we just played it all the time.
Respect to Wrecked Revenge.
Yes, I don't think you can buy it now, but
I'm gonna put a picture somewhere so you can see Wrecked Revenge.
and that was pretty much, yeah, that's how we, you know, cleared the debt. We're just really determined, and we didn't spend money, and yeah, like we didn't have well-paying jobs by any stretch at all. I especially didn't. I've always been in kind of minimum wage jobs until it's another story, but I actually found a way of working remotely, which, you know, has really helped me out these past few months. And theoretically, if we can maintain that while we're sailing, then that's a bigger bonus. But yeah, so that's kind of how we got to the position where we could buy Talisman.
We spent 2 years looking for boats before we could fully afford a boat, because it was important that we got on as many boats as possible during that time to get a feel for what we might be able to afford, or what sort of project are we going to let ourselves in for. Because I wanted to see if what we could afford was a boat that could be more or less ready, or whether it was an absolute project and we need to be better prepared to take on a project like that.
So just to clarify on that, like our budget was, we kind of set like a maximum of 10,000, but we didn't want to have to do obviously a lot of work on top of that as well. So that really limited the kind of boats we were looking at. It was very, very budget. Talisman cost us £7,000 and we thought it was a steal, to be honest. Like the work required has been minimal.
Yeah, I'd
Really.
say
We've done a lot of upgrades, but the actual essential work has been like not a lot at all.
the boat has been saleable, ready to sail, in good condition from the day we brought it.
Yeah.
The upgrades, like I say, it's mainly for the adventures that we want to take on, and we just wanted to like beef things up a little bit. And it was actually a surveyor that put us onto this boat, Nick Vass. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
I spent hours talking to him on the phone, and he was so helpful, especially for like two people that had literally zero experience.
Yeah.
In Birmingham, there is no sea to go sailing. There's some reservoirs, but there is no sea to go sailing. So like finding boats and trying to understand boats, I was reading every day, but Nick Vass was an absolute godsend of information.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we went and saw one boat in the boatyard, weren't really happy with that one. And then we came and saw Talisman, and the old owner, Dean, was on the boat. He showed us around, and it was instant for me.
Yeah, straight away we just knew, didn't we?
And it wasn't like first boat sort of romance sort of thing, because the very first boat we ever went on was a boat that we really liked.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason for seeing so many boats was that we wouldn't just fall in love with the first boat that we saw.
Yeah.
But this boat genuinely is that good for us.
Yeah, exactly. It's not for everyone. It's really small. Like it is a small boat for a lot of people. But for us, like for our first boat, and you know, we're still obviously learning, and we didn't have a high budget. And do you know what? Even if we did, I don't think we'd want to spend a lot on a first boat.
No.
Because I mean, I'm not saying this is acceptable, but we've obviously scratched it a couple of times coming out of the marina on the side of the boat.
Yeah, we've had some learning scars.
We've had some learning scars, and I'm glad that was on a £7,000 boat rather than a £50,000 boat. But yeah, we've loved this boat so far. It's done everything we need it to, and I'm sure it will continue to do so.
Yes, so we've owned Talisman as we're recording this video.
Yeah. As you can probably see, it's currently Christmas.
It's currently Christmas, and we've owned this boat for 1 year now. We purchased the boat. We actually took over the boat, I think it was the 1st of January 2020. We'd been coming on the boat for a couple of months before that, so we'd negotiated a deal where we were going to start work before that point, but we actually took over the boat the 1st of January 2020.
Yeah.
So yeah, after our first year, like, it's been so much fun.
It's been so fun. We haven't been living on the boat full time for that whole year because through part of it was on the hard in a boatyard, and you obviously can't live on it there or stay on it there anyway. And then since the summer, since June, it's been here. So since June, it's been here in this marina that we're in now, Southsea Marina, and this has kind of been our base. You know, we've explored the Solent and we've travelled around and come back here, and it's just been the best marina to start in, hasn't it? It's challenging. The entrance, like in and out, is really challenging. The channel to get in and out this marina, and we've had lobster pots to test our ability.
We've had a few close calls. What I would say, like, this year threw at us is when we first chose this marina, because we knew that we didn't know we were going to be staying somewhere like this marina when we
Yeah.
first brought the boat. But with everything that was going on this year, we thought, do you know what, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna
With
take
COVID.
with
I mean,
COVID,
and things, yeah.
we're gonna take some extra time, and with that extra time, we're both still working. So
Yeah.
I thought, let's stay somewhere that is a nice place, and we have nothing but praise for the guys at South Sea Marina. Like,
Yeah.
they're absolutely golden, especially with keeping us up to date with information and stuff like that. So we thought it was worth the value to stay in a marina like this.
Yeah.
Although our plans don't include staying in marinas that much
No,
going
definitely
forward.
not. Obviously, as you've probably seen in the trailer, our plans are to go to the Mediterranean in June 2021. So the plan is from April time, we'll be heading down to Falmouth. And yeah, in June time, weather permitting, we want to go to the Mediterranean. So from there on, we plan to obviously almost entirely live in anchorages and avoiding marinas the best we can. This year has been a lot more expensive than we thought because obviously marinas cost a lot of money. But yeah, like Bryn said, we're both working, so we've worked an extra year than we thought, so that's kind of made up for the marina costs. We did think we'd be going to the Mediterranean this year, like just past, but then as soon as COVID hit, we were like, no, let's not risk it, let's wait. And it would have been not ideal to go this year anyway.
Taking our time,
Yeah.
like getting to grips with how the boat works and other little tweaks and things like that. It's paid itself dividends, like.
And you know what, we were rushing out of the UK because we've lived here our whole life more or less, and honestly we just wanted to leave the UK.
Yeah.
And it would have been a shame because learning, like everyone says, learning in the UK, especially at the south coast, if you can learn there, you'll be pretty much set up for most places in the Mediterranean because it's just so much traffic, there's so many obstacles, the tides, the weather's so like unpredictable sometimes, and it's a really challenging place to learn to sail, isn't it?
Yeah. Dodging hovercrafts.
Dodging hovercrafts, ferries. And yeah, so I think that challenge has really set us up better than if we'd have just gone straight over to the Mediterranean. Like, we're a lot more confident now than we would have been.
One of the reasons why I feel like I was so keen to leave is it had been a number of years where we hadn't been doing anything. We'd just been saving money, and we were dying to get out and have fun and do stuff again. So it was a good thing that, you know, it kind of slowed us down because
definitely.
I was ready to jump the gun.
Yes.
100%.
I think we both were. We were very impatient.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we had that extra year. So that was just a very brief introduction to kind of who we are and our plans. Some of the first videos we've got coming up, we're doing a full boat tour, which is like really detailed. So that will hopefully give you some insight into where we live, what Talisman is, what she has for us,
What she looks like.
We also have a video which is kind of a compilation of all the work and upgrades we've done so far. We've been very busy in getting Talisman just how we want, ready for the Mediterranean, and getting her kind of blue water ready, or as blue water ready as she can be. After that, you'll be more or less on real time with us. We know there's a lot of sailing channels out there at the minute. We watch them. We watch loads of sailing channels.
We love sailing channels.
That's probably our main source of information is all the YouTube channels we watch.
Yeah.
We know there's a lot of channels to watch. The thing that we would like to show you guys is a really honest look at what it's like for two complete newbies who don't know what they're doing, learning, adapting to the lifestyle. So that right.
Timmy, what is it? It's a velociraptor.
So that about wraps it up. We really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy all of our future videos. We're still learning, so bear with us. If there's any issues with the videos that you think we need to work on, we would absolutely love the feedback. We're trying our best and we're just really having fun with it, to be honest. We're having a great time learning, not only about the boat and sailing, but about making videos. And yeah, so it's all a learning curve. Feel free to message in the comments anything you thought about this video, any questions about anything, the life, the boat, us. Yeah, we're just really excited to start this adventure and really hope that you enjoy it as well. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It will give us a lot of much needed confidence and support.
Yes, definitely. We We have an Instagram that we're quite active on, and we love chatting to people there. So yeah, hit us down in the comments and we'll always reply.
So yeah, we look forward to hearing from you. Really hope you enjoy our videos and our channel. See you soon. Thanks for watching. We did alright there, didn't we?
That's the best we've ever done.
Yoink.
No!